Hi, my name is Peggy Smith. I'm a librarian here at the Business Library at University of Wisconsin-Madison. And what I'm going to do today is show you how to find market size using a database called Simmons. So we're going to start again at the library.wisc.edu main page using the black search box that defaults to saying search the catalog. If you drop that down, you can change that to searching databases. That's what you want to do. Just type in Simmons and you will see Simmons Insight. Now, Simmons has actually changed its name to Simmons Catalyst, but our catalog is in the process of being updated. So either Simmons Insights or Simmons Catalyst, either one is correct. You can go directly to the database by clicking down here, or if you click on the title, you'll go to another page where it gives you some more data. You will see one thing you need to know about this database is that only 50 users can be on it at one time. And here's a permalink if you want to save that. So let's go directly to the database. This takes you to another page telling you what the actual name is. And here we are. If you come into a screen like this, you are on the wrong page. Click on Launch 2.0. This is what the main screen should look like to you. So you can toggle back and forth between 1.0 and 2.0, but you need to be on 2.0. You want the newer version. You should automatically land on 2.0, but sometimes if you've been in the database earlier in the day, it will, for some reason, launch you back to the old version. When you get into the database, what you're looking to do, or the easiest way to do this, is to go to the GeoMapping feature. It's the easiest way to do this. Now, Simmons has many, many features. This, I think, will be the easiest one for you to use to find market size. So it will give you this little box that says you need to use Composer to get started, and you need to use Composer for just about everything. So when you come in, you will see over on the left-hand side several categories. And what Simmons, to understand the categories, you need to understand that Simmons is a database of survey results. Simmons asks approximately 25,000 people, approximately 5,000 questions with over 20,000 possible answers every year. It takes all that data and puts it into this database. So that's what we're looking at now. All those questions on the survey are then put into different categories. So you can browse through the categories if you want. There'll be a category and then a subcategory and then sometimes a sub-subcategory or a sub-sub-subcategory. You can go way down sometimes, but you don't have to know how to go through the categories. You can do a keyword search up here at the top. So what I'm looking to do is open a women's shoe store. I would like to sell high-end women's shoes. And so I'm going to do a search and to see what's available to look at for women's shoes. So I'm just going to type in shoes, a very general term. And I can see there are several different categories here. Now, if it was you, you would probably go through all of these categories to see what your options were for each of them, but I already know these categories, so I'm going to open up apparel, and then I'm going to go down here to other shoes, and I'm going to see brands bought in the last 12 months. These are all higher end brands, and so I'm not going to take out any of these brands. Like maybe I don't want to sell Crocs, but maybe I do. I don't know. That might be the only one I don't want to sell. But for my purposes, I'm going to choose all of these brands. I'm interested in people who bought any of these brands in the past 12 months. So down here, after I've chosen all of them, it's asking me, do I want each one of these individually? Do I want to OR these together? And when I OR them together, does that mean I don't care which one they bought as long as they bought one, this one, or that one, or that one, or that one? Or do I want to AND them together? Meaning they had to buy, my consumer had to buy every single one of these brands. Well, that's kind of silly because, there may be people who bought every single one of those brands, but it's not that likely. So I'm going to choose OR. Somebody who either bought Aerosols or Anne Klein or Clark's or Echo or Florsheim, whatever. I don't care as long as they bought one of those in the past 12 months. Now I click Add. And so as you can see, that makes for a rather complicated search, but you didn't have to do it yourself. Now I'm going to add this either to your base or your target. You add this to your target because this is your target market. This is who you're looking at. So add that to your target and don't worry about your base. Just add that to your target. You can rename this if you want. If you click in there, I can just rename it. I could just rename it, high-end shoe buyers in past 12 months if I wanted. You can name it whatever you want. And then, whoops, daisy. Get me out of the way. Then I need to click Add Targets. So now it takes us over to this screen. I'm going to move me back over here. Okay. So now we're at the geography map. You can see that my target is here, my high-end shoe buyer. So now where do I want to know about my market? And you can see across this line that these are my options. I could go by a census region, a state, a county, a zip code. So if we just wanted to look at states, in which states, and I can select all, are people most likely to purchase these high-end shoes? If I pull all the states over, and you have to choose and then pull them over into this next box over here. And we have to wait for it to update. Now my map, I can see, and this is an interactive map, I can see in which states they are most likely to purchase high-end women's shoes and which states they are least likely to purchase high-end women's shoes. Now, these are just index numbers. This is just a probability. And you're looking for market size, so you don't necessarily care about those. But if you come over here, you can see more numbers. You can see the unweighted, the target weighted, the base weighted, horizontal, and the index number. So your target weighted is approximately, okay, sorry about that. So your unweighted number is how many people in your survey answered, yes, I did that, or yes, I purchased high-end women's shoes, or one of those brands that we put in there in the past 12 months. And then the target weighted number is how many women in that state that would equal out to, how many that would be in that state. And then the base weighted number would be what is the population of people in that state. And then the horizontal number is what percentage of people in that state did that thing. So you can see in Texas, 50% of the population bought one of those brands in the past 12 months. So we can look at our market size for Wisconsin here, and we can see that 97,000 people in our survey said, yes, I bought one of those brands. And that would equal out to, 2,273,265 women buying one of those brands of shoes, with a population of 4,495,399 in Wisconsin, or approximately 50.6% of the population, if that makes sense to you. So that's how you can figure out your population size for your target market using Simmons. Now that's just for the state. We can go down to the zip code level. If you choose zip code, you have to choose your DMO, or demographic market, or DMA, demographic market area. And so you can see that those are major city areas. We do have in here Chicago. We have in here Madison as well. I've chosen Madison and pulled it over into the spreadsheet already. So you can see it's hard to read when they're, let's scroll down. Let's find, it's by zip codes. So there will be several zip codes for Madison. It's hard to read here. I believe this is McFarland. So we had 154 people say yes. They purchased one of these brands. That would be 4,163 for the population of 9,040 of McFarland, or 46.1% of the population of McFarland bought one of those brands of shoes in the past 12 months. So this does go all the way down to zip code level. So you can find market size for zip code level in this database. Now, you can also export this. It's actually easier to see when you export it into Excel. These three little buttons up here, that's what you choose to export into Excel. And when that opens up, just want to show you how nice that is in Excel. It's easier to read in Excel, so you can see those numbers better in Excel. And that is how you find your market size using Simmons. Now, if you have questions, please contact myself or the business library, and we're more than happy to help. Thank you.